Jason&Jabari.
What's up, guys? This is Jason from the Jason&Jabari Gaming, and today we're going to be doing my 18th rank 3 champion. I have not actually officially released my 17th rank 3 champion, but I'm working on a interesting video and it hasn't quite finished yet. So we're going to talk about some of the candidates that I've been considering and things like that, and then we'll do the rank up. So first up, I was considering American Chavez. She is amazing as a Mystic champion, really strong attacker, solid in Battlegrounds. And by the way, this is Battleground focused. So what I decided to do was go to all my rank 2 that are eligible to go up to rank 3. Not a lot, but it's a decent amount, and we're going to talk about them, and then we're going to ultimately make a decision, right? So the first up is Werewolf by Night. Very strong attacker. He's a decent defender. He can be kind of tricky. Awakened, he's a little bit better, but even unawakened, he's still pretty strong. Definitely can nuke fights. In this meta, he's pretty solid. He can take Serpent a little bit, but he's not the best. But he does have some regen going on. He has unblockable, unstoppable, kind of like a Juggernaut-esque with the regen when he kind of hits you pretty hard. So I was considering him, and then of course we got the big man on campus himself, the Serpent, but unawakened, he's more like Serpent. Like it's just like, oh, it's Serpent, but awakened, he's the Serpent. If you understand what I mean with that immortality concept and regen and then power gain and all that shenanigans that comes along with his awakened ability, then you'll understand what I mean by it makes him the Serpent, as opposed to just, oh, it's a Serpent. He's kind of, he's got stuff going on for him even as Serpent, but that awakened ability is pretty vital in my opinion to making him just absolutely deadly. He still kind of works unawakened, especially for this meta, because the way it works is you can hit on the block, and you can't dex his specials really. Not most champions. There are some that can with the neutralize, but not most champions. So they're gonna have to eat that block damage, which regens him, which keeps him coming back. So at R3 he would be pretty strong, but outside of this meta he wouldn't be as strong. Next up we have Beta Ray Bill. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Beta Ray Bill. Funny story, I accidentally took him to rank 2. What do you mean you accidentally took him to rank 2? So yeah, I accidentally took him to rank 2 with the wrong gem. There was a 1 to 2 gem that we got for the meta attackers of the last season, which he was one of them, I believe. And I had a 1 to 2 gem for him, and I used it on Hulkbuster, I think, instead of him. So the 1 to 2 generic got flipped. So that's what I mean by that. He's okay. He hasn't been anything super impressive that I've seen. But I am considering maybe in the future taking him up. But right now, he just kind of isn't what I'm looking for, honestly. But he's not a bad champion. Next up, we have Man-Thing. My Man-Thing is awakened. He has 80,000 health. He's pretty much a wall. He is going to be excellent for the crit me meta that is coming up, and in general he's just kind of a wall. Not too many champions can nuke him, especially at rank 3. They're going to take some poison damage, and if they are armor break, they're going to get some armor breaks on them. which, you know, if you don't play him correctly, you can be punished for it. There are some people who've tried Gallon against my R2 and it went wrong, and they pretty much took a crap ton of damage. So, you know, he can work pretty well. I actually have used him against the Serpent as well. And he's got scores like 44. Nothing super impressive though. Next up we have Null. I'm a longtime fan of Null. He is an amazing champion. He can nuke fights, guys. He can absolutely nuke fights. Defensively, he poses a slight threat because of his SP1 with the inverted controls. Most people were just going to block him. So for this meta, it works pretty well to take a little chip of the block damage to push him to SP2. But nothing too crazy outside of that, right? And then, of course, we have Spot. He's 660. Spot is okay. I think there's better science champions than Spot, but he absolutely works. He's versatile. He works offensively and defensively. He can definitely nuke fights, but the way with this meta and stuff like that, you kind of don't want to take all that block damage to get to your portals and stuff like that. That's just kind of counterproductive. But I mean, you know, for you Spot fans out there and you like him enough, then by all means go for it. He's just not what I'm looking for right now. I do like Spot, but not enough to take him to rank 3 at the moment. Then we have Gladiator. I mean, no, I lied. Gladiator's not going up ever. Let's just move on. Past rank 2. We got Scarlet Witch, which she's Sig 80, and for the crit me meta, she's gonna go Burr. She's gonna go Burr, right? But out of my Mystic champions, she only is offensively capable. Defensively, she's not that great. But when she works, man, let me tell you, she works. The downfall to her is she needs like Sig 200, in my opinion. So she's not there yet, but we're going to keep on working on her. And hopefully one day we'll get her to Sig 200. So those are the only ones that I was considering. And out of all of those, we're going to end up going with Man-Thing, because Man-Thing is just a wall. Like I said, he is now going to have over 100,000 health. He has been nuked once or twice, but not very often. It forces your opponent to get a straight up counter most of the time. I can use him on offense. Like I said, especially if I'm in a predicament and I need to go up against the Serpent. They don't have a good counter. I don't have a great counter, but I have him. And they have a counter to him. Then I will straight up switch and flip him on the offense, and he'll do fine. He'll do fine. Sometimes you got to win like that, guys. It's not always about who has, you know, the ideal counter. Sometimes you just got to trick up your opponents, and you know, that's how you play battle rounds, guys. You got to think outside the box. But he's going to be huge for me in my account. I needed another strong Mystic. Granted, he's mainly a defender, but you know, he's a wall, like I said. And if your opponent doesn't have a decent counter to him, they're going to suffer, and that's kind of what you want. I've had people time out to him, and I've tricked people with him on offense, using him on offense instead of defense, which sometimes works. So yeah, man, let me know your thoughts on my decision. Do you agree? Do you disagree? The only thing I ask is that you keep it respectful, and yeah, keep liking and subscribing, guys. We're so close to 2,000 subscribers because of you guys. Make sure you leave a comment to stay engaged and push us through that algorithm, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.